Action!
My legs gave out and fell to the floor.
Got it!
She stopped being scared when she fell to the floor. The amount of fear you felt is rather low despite your legs having given out from fright. Could something have lessened your fear? Actually, I did experience a sudden burst of courage at that moment. You did? Where did it come from? Let me think. Oh, it was Mama. I suddenly felt as if she was there with me. Okay, I'll lend a sudden burst of courage. And let's see. Ah, look! Apollo, the noise is all gone. Jinxie seems to have remembered everything now. Not sure how that helped. Bye-bye. A sudden burst of courage. Now, where could that have come from? Jinxie, was there something that gave you a sudden burst of courage? Yes, there was, but I realized I had done something naughty when I thought about it later. Any idea what could have given that Jinxie that courage? Well, there is one piece of evidence that comes to mind. I wonder if she saw something like it at the scene of the crime. I'm guessing this. She saw a flower. It boosted Jinxie's courage because it was her mother's favorite.
Take that!
Jinxie, you didn't happen to see a nine-tails flower there at the scene, did you? The demon lawyer strikes again. I can't hide anything from you. I found a small case with a picture of a nine-tails flower in it. I liked it so much I kept it. You what? You can't remove evidence from a crime scene? Oh, fucking hell. That's right, young lady. Removing evidence is a big no-no. Now, the witness will produce said evidence this instant. So sorry. It does seem to be some sort of case. With a key inside. Might I have a look, your boldness? Took it. Ah, this is none other than the master key to QB Manor. Are you certain of this, Prosecutor Blackwell? It matches the serial number of the key that went missing after the murder. A master key that went missing? Why don't I like the sound of that? A little scamp here has stumbled upon an article of unimaginable consequence. That's a little melodramatic, don't you think? Heed these words, for I shall say them but once. The sole key to the Fox Chamber has been in this little scamp's constant possession. Ergo, she was the sole person who could use it before, during, and after the murder. But she said she found it in the room. Which leaves the master key as the only other key that could have opened the chamber. But this master key was found in a room that had been locked by this girl. And your point is? Until Jinxie Tenma opened the Fox Chamber with her key, the room had been locked tight from the outside world, and there was no one else in there save the victim and his killer. Ah, okay. I trust you have figured it out for yourself by now. A killer none other than Mayor Tenma himself would be utterly inconceivable. This back and forth is so exciting, and I honestly don't know how we're gonna get to our not guilty verdict. How could this happen? The defense's assistant will refrain from growling her frustrations. Athena, are you alright? I know Mayor Tenma's innocent, but there's nothing we can do. This sucks. Sykes, Dono, allow me to put you out of your misery. Can I decline your offer? Abandon your client and your misplaced faith in him. Let the relief of a clear head and a clean conscience come rushing in. That will make the inevitable guilty verdict far easier to accept. Great, now he's playing Simon Says with us. But he's not going to fool us with his stupid mind games. Athena, don't fall for his tricks. Now I'm the one who's dazed and confused. Can't even think straight. Hey, are you alright? She fell right into his trap. Now, I suggest you make a mad dash from the courtroom and into the wild blue yonder. Only by running shall your mind be cleared and your conscience cleansed. Alright, I'll be back in 10. Lots of like slamming their fists on the table in this game. Sure, their hands will be sore afterwards. Stay with me, Athena. Don't let yourself be twisted by that samurai. Apollo? Mr. Justice, I heard the word objection, but what is it you object to? Huh? Oh, right. That objection was more of a reflex than anything else. Though I was hoping something would come to me while I was trying to stop Athena. The court is waiting, Mr. Justice, though as it stands now, I'll be forced to declare your client guilty and your legal skills suspect if this is it. Now, do you have anything that could overturn the prosecution's case? Well, actually I do. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. Apollo, you have to do something more than your cords of steel, don't you? Not really, but we'll be fine. But I've got absolutely fucking nothing, but that's never stopped me before, and it's never stopped Phoenix Wright before either. I have to explain how the real killer could have escaped that locked room, because it's all over if I don't. Apollo, this calls for a new approach. Try to think outside the box. Or in this case, inside the box. And what a doozy that locked room is too. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have anything that can counter the prosecution's argument? You bet I do! The real killer must have escaped from the locked room one way or another. Vague conjecture shall only earn you a taste of my blade, Justice Dono. Time to do or die, literally. The defense will now explain how it was possible to escape the locked room. You sure about this, Apollo? Can you really explain what happened? I'm fine. We just need to think this whole escaping a locked room thing over from the beginning. So, let's see. If the killer had escaped, how could they have done so? The choices are pretty limited. The room has a window, but it only goes out so far. And there's a cliff outside. As for the air vent, it's too high. And there's nothing you can stand on to reach it. And needless to say, the forbidden chamber wouldn't open no matter what we did, so that's out. Yeah, that's why we've got to keep the solution simple. Like they say, simple is best. We need to rule out all of the absolutely impossible escape routes. Then whatever's left just might lead us to how the Fox chamber was compromised. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the killer escaped through here. Can I save the game? Thank you. Are you going to tell me that he didn't escape through the air duct? Oh, no. Well, that wasn't a random guess, Your Honor, I swear. On God, I swear down. I completely forgot about the camera, my bad. I'm thinking... Maybe he didn't leave at all.
Take that!
Nope. Okay, no, never mind. I thought I was being clever. Right.
Take that! Take that!
Nope. Okay.
Take that!
I tried the front door. I think. I'm pretty sure I did. Did I not? Oh, fuck. Okay. I thought I did. I definitely thought about it, but I could have sworn I did. What? Wait, what did I? Oh, I tried. I did think about the front door, but I didn't do it. I think I hit the vent outside in the hallway. The hallway door. Yeah, yes, I suppose that would be the only way out. It would appear you've already forgotten. The only available key until Jinxie Tenma came on the scene was within that locked room. How would one exit the Fox chamber and then lock it without a key, I should have seen this coming. Remember, Apollo, keep it simple. Simple, right. I could understand if the killer had exited the room with the key, but... Well, Mr. Justice, the prosecution has some fine Japanese steel waiting, unless you explain yourself quickly. I'm fine. I can explain myself. The reason the Fox chamber was the reason the Fox chamber's hallway door was locked was because Mayor Tenma locked it himself after the killer fled the scene. Wait, what? No! That's stupid. Let's see. Then again, why wouldn't Mayor Tenma mention that himself? Slipped his mind? Yeah, no. I have already considered and investigated such possibilities. You have? The mayor's fingerprints were not found on the doorknob or the door. The only fingerprints found belonged to the alderman. Ergo, the mayor did not so much as touch the door. Understood. Then the outside. What if... Oh, this is correct because the health bar went away. What if the room was locked from the outside? In other words, the killer took the... Consider this. The master key was found inside the tightly locked Fox chamber. Any assertion that the key was removed from the room is a blatant contradiction of fact. Exiting the room before locking the door would require taking the key outside, but the key was found inside the room, which does seem like a contradiction. If only we could explain both, like how the key could be used inside the room and be used to lock the door from the outside. Well, let's see if the defense can respond before Prosecutor Blackwell draws his sword. How could the master key be at the crime scene despite the room being locked tight? Threw it in from outside. What if someone threw it into the room from outside? You know, something like go out the hallway door, lock the room, and then toss the key back in through the window? That would explain how the master key could be inside the locked room. And where would you throw it from? There's a cliff outside the Fox Chambers window. Throwing the key in from there is an impossibility. Not impossible, just improbable. Oh, right. Whoa, that's my neck. I wonder if the key could have been tossed in from somewhere other than the window. Somewhere other than the window? Could the key have been tossed in through somewhere other than the window? Like, I don't know, the duct? The air vent? Yes, the window may be out of the question, but the air vent is not. Oh, that's right. The Fox Chambers air duct. It leads out into the hallway. That's right. The real killer entered the air duct from outside the Fox Chamber, then dropped the key into the room through the vent inside the chamber. Aha, there we go. That's preposterous. Ooh, that explains how the key got in there after it was used to lock the door perfectly. Mr. Justice, I'm afraid I'm a bit confused. Don't worry. I'll explain it so even your honor can understand. Alright, we've got A, K, and M. A is Alderman. M is... Actually, who the fuck is M meant to be? K is meant to be the killer. But yeah, I'm guessing M is meant to be Tenma. Anyway, first, the real killer, Mayor. Okay, gotcha. First, the killer disguised as Tenma Taro murdered the alderman in the Foxman chamber. He left, locked it, entered the air duct, dropped the key, came out. Well, Your Honor, could that be any clearer? Amazing, even I could follow that. The judge seems really pleased. That explains everything. The real killer was someone dressed up like Tenma Taro. Then there was someone else other than the mayor and the alderman in that room. Hey, it looks like that something about a turnabout. That forehead seems so much more attractive now. That's joke. Now that I've proved a possible third party, I don't see how our client could be guilty. Oop, he don't like it. A valiant effort, Justice Dono, but your final thrust missed its mark. Huh? Both that little scamp and the tricksy Tanuki saw the yokai after it left the room. But then what? Did that irksome yokai simply go through the foyer and waltz out the front door? That's exactly what happened. But that is impossible without being spotted by the foyer's security camera, that is. The electric eye here would have captured any pesky little yokai trying to escape. However, there is no sign of Tenma Taro anywhere in the security footage. What? Save for the foyer entrance, there is no other way to flee the manor, is there? I don't feel so good. Wait! Wait! I believe there is another way to escape besides the foyer entrance. There's a large window in the foyer. It's possible to escape through here without being seen by the security camera. Hey, you're right.
Silence.
Must I point out every crucial detail to the defense? It seems you lack not only brains, but investigative prowess to boot. That is the cliffside of the manor. The only killer escaping that way would be a dead one. Did you say no? Wait, so the killer didn't escape outside the foyer window? What the heck, right? I suppose your next proposal is the killer sprouted wings and flew off into the sunset? That would mean the killer really was a yokai. If only we had some sort of evidence that could point to a flying killer. Who's saying we don't? As completely far-fetched as it might be. What? You're saying you could prove the killer could fly? I mean... Whoa, I thought I was the one with the cord of steel. Hell yeah! You know what, honestly... No, don't play it. It didn't seem to fuck up my, my connection, so I'm just gonna let this. Oh, did that just begin by itself anyway? Okay, say less. Sweet. Can't wait to hear this. Your Honor? What evidence do you have that the killer flew away? Well, I'm sure it is the newspaper, but I'm going to save it either way.
Take that!
Take a look at the special edition newspaper. Tenma Taro, real or flight or fancy? What does this article prove, Mr. Justice? The photo in that article was taken shortly after the murder. Maybe the yokai in that photo is the killer shortly after they fled out the window? Mr. Justice, you're not seriously suggesting... Oh, I'm serious. I mean, it all adds up. The killer, disguised as Tenma Taro, flew away, you know, by some way or another.
Silence!
It is your brain that has flown the coop. That image is naught but trick photography or some other form of artifice. Artifice is crazy. Okay, then how about the Tenma Taro figure, Filch, Mr. Filch? Blah, blah. Okay, then how about the Tenma Taro figure Mr. Filch saw? It just vanished into thin air? No, there is a rational, common sense explanation for that. That infernal yokai, our tricksy Tanuki witness, never reached the entrance. He, or should I say she, what do you mean should I say she, turned back before the camera's electric eye. She? I don't like where this is going one bit. Now, the fact that we know the yokai had came back from the fox chamber means that it was likely either the Mayor Damien Tenma or his daughter Jinxie Tenma. However, we know that Mayor Tenma was already unconscious at the time. Not good. Not good at all. Do you understand the gravity of the situation now, Justice Dono? The falsified yokai remnants and the appearance of Tenma Taro were the work of one individual. And that individual is none other than Jinxie Tenma. Wow. Wow. This is where we're going with this. The defense will stop competing for the greatest freakout ever. The little scamp was no doubt simply trying to protect her father, and it is no wonder that her superstitious mind conjured up this mad masquerade. Prosecutor Blackwell's assertion makes perfect sense to me. It's far more convincing than saying the killer escaped by flying out the window. Did you truly believe this could end any other way? Did we fall right into a trap? What do we do now, Apollo? Our case no longer stands without a real yokai, if only we had one. Bailiff, seize her. It is time I interrogated her as the samurai of your wood. Not on my watch, says Papa Wolf. Yeah. Mayor Tenma? This farce is over. How does it feel seeing your own daughter accused of a cover-up most foul? Tenma Taro's true identity is... Now, Mr. Mayor, it would be futile at this point to claim that you were the yokai. After all, you had been knocked out cold by a blow to the skull. Slipping into a yokai costume and roaming about the manor would be all but impossible. Consider this well. As it stands, your daughter will be arrested for obstruction of justice. But if you confess, the prosecution would be willing to overlook her little yokai farce. Confess? The defendant intends to confess? Wait! Apollo! Prosecutor Blackwell's up to his mind games again. Mayor Tenma, no. Don't fall for his twisted words. If you're sent away for murder, Jinxie will be left all alone. The real killer is... Mayor Tenma's going to confess unless we do something. But I can't prove how the real killer could have flown away. Huh? Caw? Look upon me in despair, for ripe is the time for my return. Uh-oh, I should watch what I wish for. Huh? This court is a circus. Absolute clown shoe behavior. absolute clown shoe behavior. What is going on right now? Come on. Right, okay. Foolish mortals. I am Tenma Taro, the yokai you seek. Mayor Tenma? Silence! I am Tenma Taro, freed from the bonds binding me to the Forbidden Chamber. Behold, the return of the Demon King! What the? Demon King? I think I need to take a vacation. The witness will, he will explain himself. Are you saying that you're Tenma Taro, the yokai we've been chasing this whole time? Indeed, it is I, Tenma Taro, the one who you seek, come to reveal the truth. This child is Tenma Taro, you say? Ha! What nonsense. So Tenma Taro, Mayor Tenma is a yokai now? Caw! His body is now mine. So you're saying that Mayor Tenma... By the way... Just putting the controller down for a second. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, what the fuck is this circus court, right? However, magic actually fucking exists in canon. If the first three games, basically proves that, yeah, magic exists, or at least spirits do. So it is completely plausible that the spirit of Tenma Taro is actually possessing Mayor Tenma. Like this, like on God, this is plausible. In fact, when Mysterious says the judge has seen it all, he literally has. He has seen the possession. Oh, I have to bring it up. Sorry, I have to pull it up. This literally happened in court, and this judge saw it with his own eyes. Fucking, what would I search up? Ace Attorney, Charles. I'm trying to. I want to find it. Okay, here we go. Found it. Right at the back, right at the end. Oh wait, is that the special one? There we go. Oh, this is the old one. Oh, someone's speaking. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Right, let's move over to the screen. If I can find my own screen. There we go. Right, if I can find the literal... So, this is the old one, but this girl right here literally got possessed and she got fucking pissed and this happened. This happened. There's no sound because it's a commentary one. This literally happened. Right? This happened in court. This happened in court. This was like right at the end as well. Like all of that straight up happened in court. So this is actually not far-fetched. This is actually plausible. Absolutely 100%. And at the yokai, where was I? So you're saying Tenma Teo is possessed by you, and that the yokai Jinxie Tenma and Phineas Filch saw, and the one captured in the newspaper, those were all you? The accursed power of these warding charms prevents me from revealing my true form. Your boldness! Can this not be interpreted as an admission of guilt? Well, a confession by a yokai would be quite unprecedented. Be that as it may, the defense's case has been overturned. Huh? What? Whoa. You claim the yokai that little scamp saw was some third party, the true killer. The one who escaped from the locked fox chamber, but it was the accused all along. Ironic, is it not? Your yokai turned out to be real in a manner of speaking. For the alderman's killer is none other than Mayor Tenma, and the yokai at the scene? That too was Mayor Tenma, or should I say, our dear Tenma Taro. The pieces have all fallen into place. How so, Prosecutor Blackwell? It seems I must spell it all out for you. Mayor Tenma killed the alderman in the fox chamber, which was locked at the time. He then removed the warding charms from the forbidden chamber's door, but then fell unconscious from the blow the alderman had delivered to his head. That's when his daughter Jinxie Tenma stumbled on the scene of the crime. The little scamp fled in terror, whereupon the spirit of Tenma Taro, freed at last from the charmed warding effect, took possession of the mayor. The newly freed Tenma Taro then fled from the fox chamber. So you see, the yokai Jinxie Tenma saw was her father possessed by Tenma Taro. But when we arrived on the scene, the mayor was found unconscious, so shut up! How is that possible if he was supposed to have flown out the potty window? Then what? Do you mean to say the maid of Kyubi Manor, Jinxie Tenma, was Tenma Taro? Oh. That too is easily explained. Flew about for a time, did I? But presently tired, I made for the forbidden chamber. But alas, exhaustion took me unawares in the fox chamber, and I knew no more. It would seem the pieces are still in place. Is Blackwell up to his tricks again? I don't know what to say. Is the defendant real live? So that rumor about Mayor Tenma, is it true? I knew yokai were real. You mean he really did kill the alderman just so we could release Tenma Taro? Order! Order! Now he's got everyone in the courtroom believing in yokai. It's Simon Says. I don't think you understand what Simon Says is. He wants to convict our client any way he can, even if it means blaming a yokai. The proverbial ducks are all in a row. You should now have no qualms about finding the accused guilty, your boldness. This is one of the most bizarre cases in my entire career. Otherworldly, in fact. Why are we forgetting about the third game? Can yokai even be prosecuted under our legal system?
Objection!
In the second game, we had to prove that magic was real. In court. Oh, man. Mayor Tenma is just pretending to be Tenma Taro to protect his daughter. Plus, I already proved how a third party could have escaped from the locked room. A verdict at this point would be premature. Since both sides have raised a valid point, I have no choice but to... This is the dark age of the law where defense attorneys are not to be trusted. This is but a ploy to gain time for them to fabricate evidence. How will I sleep tonight? Knowing you would not let the sun rise on the mayor's day of reckoning, Justice Dono.
Objection!
I won't fabricate any evidence. Then prove it by joining me. A night in the clink will ensure you will not succumb to temptation. How about I just promise not to succumb to anything? We have both evidence and a confession. The killer is this yokai before us. It is beyond dispute. A guilty verdict is all but... What? Prosecutor Blackquill, we've had enough of your hijinks. The foundation of justice is fair play, and you're in serious violation of that. What in the devil was that? Fool, Bright. Have you tampered with my shackles in some manner? It seems you have found that quite shocking. It's my special jolt of justice device. Each press is a shocking reminder to behave. You shall pay for this. Oop. Your Honor, you need not fear now. I believe Prosecutor Blackwell will remain on his best behavior. A bit late when the reinsurance is there, aren't we, Detective? Well, in that case, that concludes today's deliberations. The prosecution and defense will use this opportunity to further their investigations. This court is adjourned. To be continued.